With Coach Paul Janicek, Kernodle Cougars today, Kernodle Middle School Cougars. KMS got the win. Coach, for Kernodle today, big win for you. A lot of veracity, a lot of intensity, a lot of excitement in this game. Very close game down the stretch. You guys had a big lead, and Western Guilford Middle School comes back on. You guys hang on the win. Talk about how intense this game was for you guys and how big this win was for you, too.
It was big. First win of the year. The guys have been battling nonstop. They haven't given up. They given it all every day with practice or game. Today, it finally kind of all came together for the guys. Like you said, we started out, we managed to get a big lead. Big emphasis for us was smart passing, hustle, boxing out, good defense. Today they actually put that all together, followed through. The communication from the fellas was unlike any other so far this year, and that's the team camaraderie that's finally coming together. And they're a tight unit, so it's good to see it actually happen on the floor now.
Yeah, well, this is Coach Paul Janicek, head coach of the Kernodle Middle School Cougars. Something else you don't see sometimes on this level, though, very good free throw shooting down the stretch because it gets tight in these games, gets tense. Sometimes the guys are a little too heavy at the line, but they shot a little too hard. Sometimes you guys settled at the end. One of your young players came in. I think it was Braden hit a couple of key ones there. And your big man hit a couple of frees there, too.
And Lund, yeah. It's a big part of what we do at practice. One of our big things is conditioning, and we don't hit the free throw line until, we do a couple of sprints to make sure we're tired, so that in a situation like that at the end of the game, it's nothing new to us. It's just like practice, and that's what they managed to execute out there today.
You've been working out a lot before, so it paid off for you today, too.
Oh, yeah, big time.
One thing I noticed about those free throw shooters, too, and like I said, wasn't a real hard or heavy delivery shot. Nice, soft, take your time, focus, and deliver shot.
It really is pretty much the first basketball thing we do at practice. We get our stretching, our conditioning in, and then it's straight to the free throw line. And then even when we get to it again later in practice, it's again a sprint before we get to that free throw line to practice our shot. So the guys have managed to train themselves in a situation like that where they are fatigued.
Talk about a pretty good ball handler, pretty good shooter, pretty good court awareness for number 4 on your team.
Tim Harrington, we've missed him the beginning of the season. He had a broken hand, so he's only finally kind of come back after the winter break here, and he's been a huge pickup for the team. He really helps us as he's interchangeable between a 4 and a 3 spot for us. He can even play point if we needed him to, but he really gives us the chance to really rotate guys a little bit better and have that depth that we've kind of been lacking from the beginning of the season.
With us, Coach Paul Janicek, head coach of the Kernodle Middle School Cougars. Coach, how long have you been with the team now? How many years now with these guys?
This is my 2nd year as head coach, 3rd year as a coach on the Kernodle staff.
Got a pretty good heritage and pretty good lineage of coaches over there. Bill Chambers way back in the day, Coach Chambers at Kernodle for a while, and then also he was at Northern Guilford. And you got Coach, I think, Barry Friedman at Kernodle. Now he's at Northern Guilford. So who knows what happens to these Kernodle coaches? They seem to kind of the cradle of coaches with the Cougars of Kernodle.
Like I said, it's a great school. It's a great program. Athletics is great. Our athletic director really gives us the chance to kind of take the team by the horns and run it the way we want, which is always a good place to be. So.
Talk about Ursula Williams, your AD, and the job she does leading that Kernodle Middle School athletic program.
She does great. Anything we ever need or ask for, she's always there with us to help try and get us whatever we can to give us an advantage, to make sure the guys are always getting the best equipment, best training, the best that we can do. So shout out definitely to Coach Williams.
And again, she's a former basketball player assistant and a coach too, so she does have a love of the game.
Oh, she comes in, she'll help, she'll pick out drills, stuff like that, what to work with on certain players. So she even adds another component to the coaching staff as well.
Talk about your teaching and coaching philosophy, but this year's team is probably the same with every team every year, a little bit different maybe this year, developing this team and bringing these guys on, get that very first win today.
This year's been a little different than last year. Last year, we were always feeding the ball inside and able to do that. This year, we're kind of struggling a little bit more on the outside, trying to get it in. That's why I said our focus was smart passing. So we've kind of slowed it down. We're getting back to the fundamentals. We've recognized, the players have recognized, we've kind of been beating ourselves more than anything in the first half of the season. So now the guys are picking up and taking every drill seriously and understanding how to convert it to the floor in a real game situation. So that's what's really been helping us out.
One thing you guys are doing too, as far as late in the game, defensive pressure, Western Guilford, they were having trouble with that same exact thing you're talking about, getting the ball to a ball handler, trying to get space. You didn't give any space on those inbounds passes, and cause disruption, cause confusion, let you get the ball back.
Yeah, it's funny because last year we had the same press going in and we didn't execute it as well. This year the guys, we had a couple of returners. They really understand it now. They understand when to attack the ball. They understand the hands up. They understand the rotation of the defense as it goes through. So it's really been good, and it's not just a starting five that knows it. Everybody on the team knows it. So we were able to substitute guys in, and we didn't lose a step on our press. So that was a big part of the game for us today.
I'll just classify these guys for the fun of the game. These shrimps. You brought those little shrimps in. Those little shrimps did pretty good for you. Those 3 shrimps. Those little laughs.
They did. I mean, again, the biggest thing I can say about them is the hustle.
Yeah.
I run the guys. We do a whole bunch of different conditioning drills, and the big emphasis has been hustling back on defense, getting over the upsetness of a turnover or a missed shot. There's always going to be another play, another chance, so let's get back on defense and not slip up. Let's continue the game.
Gotta love these kids, Coach. Thanks for talking to us. And Paul Janicek, keep up the good work with the Kernodle Cougars. And first win today. Keep this going.
Thank you. It's great talking to you.